Hi, and welcome back to the Dark Souls map challenge, where we try to recreate the map of Dark Souls entirely from memory, without looking anything up in between or replaying the game. As always, you'll first get time-lapse of me drawing a map, and then afterwards the explanation of the map. But today's episode is a special episode because we have two very small maps, the Darkroot Basin and the Valley of the Drakes, that I will draw this week. They are just a bit of transitional maps, not very much there, so I decided to do two. So you will first get the time-lapse of me drawing the Valley of the Drakes, then an explanation for that, then the time-lapse for the Darkroot Basin, and then an explanation for that. And there we are with the full Valley of the Drakes map. We enter from Blighttown. This is a huge valley, very deep. You fall to your death down there. I don't really remember 100%, but it could be falling into the catacombs from there. Might be, but maybe we'll see later where this ends up. But you come in here from Blighttown, there's a little narrow bridge across to the other side, where there's a small ridge, where there is an item at the end, but it's not always there, and I don't know which conditions trigger that item to appear, but there may be an item there. There may also be an item in this corner that I don't really remember. But here you use the key to the New Londo Ruins that you just found in Upper Blighttown to go to New Londo Ruins at the side of the Firelink elevator. Those two doors are very close to each other. You go down the other side. Here there's one big dragon slumbering above the edge of this cliff. He has a few items between his paws. If you take them, he wakes up. There's a shield, a sword, and souls item. I don't know which one is which of that. The shield, I think, is the Dragon Crest shield, but could just be the normal crest shield. But those are the three items here. You go along after defeating the big dragon or after just walking through, and you go to the first flying lightning dragon. No, they're not flying. I think they're fake flying. And there's a little cave here that has a soul item. You go past him and you end up finally somewhere where there isn't a huge cliff right next to you. There's another dragon here. You can go above a big bridge to the other side. Another dragon. There's an armor, a corpse with an armor lying here. And on the other side, there are a few more dragons, 2 or 3. You can go up a ladder to get the red tearstone ring, or you can enter New Londo Ruins from here later after you open these. These are the floodgates of New Londo. You open them by activating a switch up here that opens the door, and then you can it gets unflooded, and then you can go into the New Londo Ruins from here, or outside from the New Londo Ruins into the Valley of the Drakes when you reach that place. That's directly below the place where you pull the lever. It's right here. So this spacing makes no sense. It's a bit abbreviated, but you're getting what's what in the map. The distances are not really fitting. And now my microphone stand broke loose. Well, great. You go down to this side again, and then you can go through a little gate and gateway, and you can ride up an elevator into a cave that's technically already Darkroot Basin. But if I draw it in Darkroot Basin, it will interfere with stuff that's above, so I draw it here. There's a bonfire, and then you really enter the Darkroot Basin main part. And here we already are with the Darkroot Basin map. I fixed my microphone stand, so everything should be fine again. So you come out of this cave from the Valley of the Drakes, and there's directly a Black Knight here, which you can throw off the cliff. This is a cliff into nothingness. And directly behind him is the Grass Crest shield, which is the best shield in the game because it passively regenerates your stamina. So it's great just to carry it on your back and forget about it, or use it as a shield. It's not blocking 100% though. It's, I think, 95%. Then you go up like a little serpentine, and you come to a little crossroads splitting. If you go up, there will be a place where you can jump down to get the corpse of a guy with leather armor and bow and arrows. And around there will also be a crystal lizard that you can kill. You can go up the serpentines more to go to the Darkroot Garden. This is very near to the entrance from the Undead Parish, from Andre's place. It's like around here it would be. If you go further down into the basin, you enter the big lower part of the basin, where there are these golems going around, like ice golems or something. There's also a golden one in the corner. We come to that later. And you approach this lake where, in like the shallow water, the light blue water is where you can walk. The dark blue water is where you will drown. That's how I depicted it here. In the light, in the shallow water, you can find an armor. Here in the side, there's some soul as items scattered around here, lying at tree stumps and stuff. But you can go around here. You can defeat the Hydra. It will attack you. You can then attack their heads, or you can just range attack the Hydra to death if you have a sufficient weapon for that. You can go around here to this little cave side, where there's at first nothing. Then, after defeating the Hydra and reloading the map, a golden golem will appear here. If you kill the golden golem, Dusk will stand there. You can talk to Dusk, and afterwards you can summon her over here at the beach. She is a merchant who sells special sorceries. It's from the DLC. You have to do that before going to the archives for a golem to spawn there, which drops a pendant that you can use to use a portal that will then appear here. And this portal will guide you to Ulasil, where the DLC is taking place. The Artorias of the Abyss DLC, if you have the remastered or the Prepare to Die version, it's already a part of the game, so you don't have to buy a separate DLC. If you panic now because you never heard of a DLC, you probably never will. You can. This is a waterfall. On the right side of the waterfall, there's a ladder leading up. Then you go over the bridge, over the river that's doing the waterfall. Go along a ridge, and there's another item in the corner. I don't remember now which it is. And you can go up this ladder towards the Darkroot Garden. On the other side, if you walk up this little hill, there are a few stairs, and then there's a door. You have to use your Watchtower basement key to unlock it to go to Havel. Havel will attack you on sight. He has a very big and heavy armor and a very big and heavy weapon, and he will crush you to death. If you kill him, you get his ring, which is really great for everyone playing a melee build with armor, or even without armor. Not so good for sorcerers, though. You go up the stairway, and you come to the gate that I showed you in the Upper Underberg. I think you can unlock this door without the key from the inside, but you would need the key to go in from here. If you want to go in from above, you have to use the key, the Watchtower basement key on the door above to enter this place. And these are like 2 stories of stairs, but I just abbreviated this to this. So, that's what's happening in Darkroot Basin. See you next week, with Sen's Fortune.